Happy Tuesday! Thanks for joining us in the hot seat. Today we have a special guest from our Homewood office, Eddie Harrington. How are you doing today, Eddie?
Doing good. How are you doing?
Very special. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Tuning in on Instagram Live or IGTV, whichever. So thanks again. And our viewers, we're always encouraging you, if you have any questions for our guests, to send them in, and we'll get to them as we go through the day. Thanks. All right, so Eddie, we're going to talk about a few things just to get to know you a little bit.
Okay.
So is there something about you that most people wouldn't really know when they first meet you about you, that maybe you're a rock climber?
No, I don't climb rocks.
That, huh?
No, I don't do that. Generally, I'm not from around here. I'm originally from Buffalo, New York.
Oh.
Long story how I got down here, but ended up going to the University of Alabama, went to Cumberland for law school. So there's one thing that some people don't know is I'm still a licensed attorney.
Terrific.
I came in second place in the geography bee in middle school.
That's huge.
And this one's really funny and odd, and I won't go into details, but as a child, I was terrified of public bathrooms.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well there you go. Okay, so geographically speaking, since you're such a geography buff, let's see, I don't even have one to ask, but I didn't know that about you. So what's the capital of Arkansas?
I think it's Little Rock.
I think we'll
I
both
think
agree
so.
that that's
We'll
true.
have to wait for the fact check on that one.
Okay, perfect. Wow, that's funny. So how long have you been with Realty South?
Just about a year full time.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had our 1-year anniversary of opening that branch recently.
Yeah,
You were one of the inaugural folks.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, Earl was a family friend and
Yeah.
kind of convinced me to make that jump into real estate. So loved it so far.
Fantastic. So that might answer my next question, which is, who's been one of your mentors with your new career?
I mean, Earl has definitely been a big mentor. Lynette Thomas has been huge. Debbie Catanzano, and Meg McCarthy. Those have all been just instrumental in the development so far as
Fantastic.
a realtor.
Well, that's great, and I know they enjoy investing that time in you for sure. So that's fun. So here's a quirky one. If you could be any character in the popular TV series The Office, who would it be?
Okay, so if I could be anyone, it'd probably be Jim, but I'm technically most like Dwight. And we've done quizzes, and I do tend to skew Dwight's way because I like rules, I like order, but I wouldn't be as big of a snitch as Dwight was.
I love it.
Yeah.
Maybe the rules and so forth come from your legal background.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Very much
right.
so.
More regimented, that's funny. So, since you've been with Realty South, what can you name a few things that might differentiate your experience with this brokerage?
It's definitely the training aspect. When you come in, the amount of training they give you, you can hit the ground running. But then also the support that you get throughout.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just like they train you and then they let you go off on your own, you know.
Right.
Everyone's willing to help everyone, and that's kind of been the biggest thing because we're technically competitors,
Right.
but everyone's there just to continue to support each other, and I just think that's been awesome and kind of makes everyone feel like a team together.
Right, no doubt about it. And you know, the more sales that occur out of any office, the better it is for everybody in the community. So you're right, that leans positive for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So perfect. So did you practice law before you?
Yeah, I practiced for 6 years.
Okay.
And that had been with that same firm though for 10 years. I worked there before law school, through law school, and after law school.
Right, okay, perfect. So you still have, was that a relationship you had here in Alabama?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Through some mutual friends, they got me
Yeah.
the job in between undergrad and law school.
Perfect.
And the people there are phenomenal.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, that's a great relationship to have too.
Mhm.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So, what would you say are some of the things that people ask you about when they're looking to purchase a home? What are the sort of common themes you're seeing this year?
A lot of it, I think sometimes, I mean, it's obviously price is always the biggest one.
Yeah.
You know, is this the right price? And kind of if the house is gonna continue to appreciate.
Right.
You know, everyone wants to look at it as an investment, and you know, the tax notices just went out, I think, recently, and
Yes.
according to the county, everyone appreciated in value significantly. So that's always the one big one, and you know, schools are obviously always at the forefront of a lot of people's minds.
Well, you mentioned that you can actually walk to work, I think, from where you live.
Yeah, I live in Homewood, kind of right around the block from
Okay.
the Homewood office, and
Well, that walkability is a big thing these days.
yeah, that's another big thing. You know, planned communities out kind of in the Hoover area, that kind of thing, having it be walkable, community oriented.
Bicycling. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I didn't love being so centrally located, I would love, you know, the Hoover area with the new developments, but my wife and I just love to be centrally
Yeah.
located, 15 minutes to everything.
It's pretty awesome too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. That's
Mhm.
fun. All right, so speaking of fun, let's have even more fun.
Okay.
So, do you have a buzzer in your hand?
I do have a buzzer.
Let's hear it. It's working.
It works.
All right, so I'm going to ask you a couple of fun football trivia questions, okay? All right, perfect. So, ready? We have about 30 seconds. So, which team has the highest total of wins in the FBS? Notre Dame, Ohio State, Alabama, or Michigan? Name your choice.
Michigan.
Wow. One for him.
And I believe
Perfect.
Notre Dame's second, and Alabama might be third.
Wow, listen to that. That's impressive.
But we'll have to wait on the fact check on that one too.
Yeah,
I'm not
right.
positive.
That's going on record, folks. All right, so which team has had the most players drafted in the first round of the NFL draft? Alabama, USC, Ohio State, Miami.
And that's all time?
Yes.
Recently it's been Alabama, but I mean, I guess I'm just gonna have to go with Alabama.
Okay, well, one for the home. It was actually USC.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think you were kind of thinking,
Recently, I know it's been Alabama recently, but I wasn't sure
yeah.
overall.
Okay, gotcha. Well, okay, so which team has been in the most bowl games? Alabama, Texas, USC, or Nebraska?
I mean, I think that's gotta be Alabama.
All right, another one for Eddie. Yep, you're correct. That's true. And maybe another one this year, right?
Hopefully.
All right, so the Iron Bowl was first played in 1893. A game was won by the Auburn Tigers, 32-22. Which team has had more wins in the series? Auburn, Alabama, or a tie?
I mean, I think, again, it's gotta be Alabama.
Yep, it is. Another one for Eddie. Perfect. Who is or are the only athletes to ever win 2 Heisman trophies? Archie Griffin, Johnny Manziel, Tim Tebow, Kyler Murray.
It's Tebow and Griffin.
Oh, it is Archie Griffin.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The only athlete to ever win 2 Heisman trophies. Yeah, perfect. Good job. All right, so we always want to give our special guest an opportunity to give your shameless plug.
Oh, okay. So, you know, obviously having the legal background helps a lot in negotiating contracts. So I'd love I'd love to help someone with a deal using my legal background. You can follow me on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Eddie Harrington Realty South. Same thing on Instagram, Eddie Harrington Realty South. Or you can call me 205-492-9384.
Awesome. Way to go. Awesome. Thanks. Thanks for joining us today. And be sure and check with our IGTV next week on Tuesday, and we'll have another guest. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for
Jennifer
having me.
Kazi.
Eddie
Thanks for
Harrington.
tuning in. See you soon.